Hello and welcome to this session. We have with us Ms. Megha Tata. She is the Managing Director for South Asia for Discovery Communications. Megha, welcome to the summit.
Thank you so much, Kumar. I'm so happy to be here.
Megha, this has obviously been a time of disruption. What are some of your key learnings and takeaways from this period?
Thanks, Kumar. I know you're absolutely right. I mean, we've heard many people say that this has been unprecedented times for all of us, and just as the word signifies, unprecedented means that it's never happened before, and hence there is no black book with any rules to refer to. To say, okay, in situations like this is how you should deal with. Maybe the generations ahead will have a black book for this, but and I hope they never get to use it. But for us, as individuals, as professionals, I think it's been a live and learn kind of an experience, right? And to me, I think while it's been a big challenge, no doubt, for everybody for that matter, it's also been a time for learning for me. And I think a lot of us as professionals and as individuals have taken this time to reflect and to actually self-reflect and look at ourselves and look at the situation, look at our organizations, and revisit and reimagine on how to run our businesses, how to run our lives, how to run as individuals, as human beings. And I think that, to me, is a glass half full approach, which I have taken. And I think from a professional point of view, there are many, I would say, learnings I have got out of this experience. Initially, it was pretty tough, like for everybody. We were just trying to figure, first we thought it'd be 4 days, then 4 weeks and 4 months, and then, we don't know how long it's going to be. And we've sort of, human beings are very resilient species. We adapt fast, and which is what these few months have shown us. We have learned to find our way around the situation. All of us have found a rhythm in making things work. But I also fear that human beings, while are fast learners, they forget faster as well. So hopefully from this experience, all the learnings which we as individuals have got, I'm hoping that some of it at least stays, and we learn from our own mistakes, which as people have done in all these years, to make sure that we don't repeat them. So all in all, while it's been a huge challenge, it's been a big learning for me, for sure.
You mentioned very aptly self-reflection and introspection. And I know you mentioned in the past that mental fitness and sort of mindset, right? How important do you think these are at organizational levels, and especially for leaders such as yourselves to invest time, effort, and money in?
I think it's even more important now. I always believed that this was a very integral part of being in a professional world, because it sort of gives you a balance, which is absolutely needed. Without having that balance as a self-balance, you won't be able to, in my view, at least contribute successfully and constructively in an organization. Because if you're not yourself in a calm state of mind, it'll be very difficult for you to deal with certain professional challenges we will have to go through. So for me, I have taken this time to even go deeper in self-reflection. And I have been following a spiritual path for the last few years, and I know that has sort of benefited me humongously. I think this time gave me even more time, further more time to sort of invest in it, and I did. Those 1.5 hours on traffic have sort of converted into 1.5 hours onto me, and that's the me time I spend. I still get up early in the morning and get into my routine of following a certain yoga routine, which I have been, sort of following for the last so many years. And I realized the benefit it has brought me is humongous. It's literally a money can't buy kind of experience and learning, because, the fundamental truth is in something what my guru, Sadhguru, says is that, you cannot fix the world. That's probably not in your control, but that the one thing in your control is to fix yourself. And if you do not fix yourself, then it's, how do you expect the whole world to be changing? And I think that's a fundamental truth which I have been following very religiously, and I've seen a big benefit which has come on to me personally, and I have used that benefit to in my professional world as well, whether it is ability to deal with the situation in a more calm and collected manner, to have a bit more sort of conscious approach onto how to deal with this problem, or any problem for that matter, because problems will continue to exist. That's the real world we live in, and how you deal with that is all up to you. And that can come only if you are yourself in a calm state of mind, in a more balanced state of mind. Then only you are able to contribute in a more constructive and a professional in the professional world as well. So for me, I think it's a even more important aspect for everyone to follow on self reflection, self help, and just general well being of yourself.
Right. And this is also, in addition to the personal sort of opportunity that we have, I think at an organizational level as well, people are realizing that this is an opportunity to sort of reboot, reset, or rethink about the way organizations need to be structured, systems, the role of teams and employees. What are some of your, if I can call it crystal ball gazing, some thoughts on where do you think work from home, or people going back to work, not in terms of timelines, but what sort of structures do you think are going to be emerging in terms of teams and employees at an organization?
You're absolutely right, Kumar. I think revisit, reimagine has become a sort of a mantra for most of the organizations, and or even us, even we have been sort of re-looking at how to run our organizations. And work from home, had somebody told me 7-8 months ago that you have to run a global organization sitting out of home, I would have laughed at them. That wasn't even a possibility, one would have thought. But here you go, we've done it, and the entire, I represent the media and entertainment industry, and not for a day did the televisions go blank in any home. And, the channels continue to beam, the content continue to exist, the content continue to be made, and not just television. In fact, we launched our OTT offering right on the day of the lockdown, which happened in India. We launched Discovery Plus, which has had a fantastic uptake in amongst the audiences, because the fact is that people did want to consume a lot of content, and because this was a time where a lot of content did take a lot of consumption took place. And I think what really made us realize through this is that while work from home initially was a a question mark, it is the norm today, and it is the new normal. And I keep talking, the terms AC and BC have a new meaning in the new world order. Life before Corona and life after Corona is very good, is going to be very different. And I think 2-3 key learnings for me, and the way probably how it will sort of play out. So one is, Kumar, that, we know technology can be a bane in many times when you're not feeling that, oh my God, so much of you, like you're zoomed out with so much of, meetings happening and their lines are blurring. What is work from home and what is, working completely, there's a whole blurring of lines taking place. But I think technology has also been a boon in many ways. One of the things which I feel, I feel will change some of the approach of hiring people is the fact that I think because it's become a pretty much a borderless world, it doesn't matter, where you are based, right? You become like a geography agnostic world, right? And like I said earlier on, if somebody had said that we had our employees to be based in smaller towns, you would have like questioned it, right? Because every time you're hiring people, one of the key objectives of hiring is that you've got to be based in either a Mumbai or a Delhi or a Bangalore or Chennai, wherever your physical offices were. And that had a limitation of the kind of talent you want to hire, because you had to be physically based in a particular city of where your organization offices. But now that's, the world is our oyster. You could be sitting in Meerut, or you could be sitting in, Jharkhand, or you could be sitting in Kashmir, or you can be sitting in Kanyakumari. But if there is a talent and you have technology to support it, you can be part of global organizations. You can be part of a workforce which possibly wasn't existing in the past. And I think that opens up a huge opportunity for not only people, for talented people who, for whatever reasons, were unable to be based in big cities, can now be part of a working environment in large organizations. And I think this will also lend a helping hand to a lot of women coming into the workforce, which I think, while there are a lot of talented women across the country, but have had their limitations of not being able to be in big cities or managing, work and work-life balance. I think working from home gives you that flexibility, in my view, to bring that opportunity. So I think talent opportunity, I think, is something which I see completely taken to a very different shape in the coming months and years. The second thing which I see happening is the revisiting the real estate of organizations. Because, having these big offices has obviously been a big expense for a lot of companies. And a lot of them, I know, are revisiting that. Do you really need such a big, large set of office spaces now? At some point, people will go back to work, but maybe there is a bit of a sort of a rotation system. Maybe you don't need to come every day of the week into the office, and it's sort of suppose you do have like maybe twice a day, twice a week. I mean, twice a week or thrice a week. It gives you an opportunity to balance that work and home space, and in that sense, organizations probably are looking at the office space needed to support that kind of mechanism. So I think that's the other thing a lot of organizations will look at it. And the third thing I would say that people are, there will be a bit more investment. And I hope will be more investment in people's well-beings. Sure. Because at the end of the day, every organization, irrespective of the industry, is all about the people, right? And to keep them in a strong state of mind, in a positive state of mind, in a healthy state of mind, I think more leadership teams and the HR teams will look at opportunities to create that environment, and I'm hoping that they invest in activities and programs to build that mental state of strength for a lot of employees, because everybody has really taken a beating mentally in these times. It's been stressful for so many, and I think that's something which I think will happen, and I really hope that happens, because it's so important to keep a mental state which is strong for every individual, and that I'm hoping a lot of organizations probably would also look into.
So you're seeing sort of a natural progression from focus on just physical health, to the mental aspect as well, and
Yes.
not just from mental health issues, but in terms of resilience and agility, or developing a stronger mindset.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it is important, isn't it? Because you have to make sure that your people are have the ability to take on this kind of challenging environment.
Sure.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So while work from home has been a challenge for, has been great for many, but it's been challenging for many as well. It's not easy to, there are kids, there are parents, there are so many other distractions you have to manage, and it is men and women across. But I think that has led to a certain set of stress levels in people. Unsurety of jobs, and there's so much of uh, I guess thought process which has gone into people's minds that some are thinking, some are overthinking it, but it has an impact on your mental state. And I think it's very important for organizations to find sort of either environments or programs, or in some form invest in them to make sure that they are mentally stronger.
Some great views there, Megha, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. We've come to the end, but thank you for sharing your views and time with us, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Kumar. It's been lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best too.